Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you how I flipped this 99-cent wooden crate from a thrift store by wood burning on it using my soldering iron. Now I have some experience in wood burning, but I'm definitely far from being a professional. I am still learning the ropes and there are some tips and tricks that I learned while doing this wood burning project which I'm going to share with you in this video. So let's start creating. I'm starting by nicely wiping and sanding the surface by using a sandpaper in the grit 220. Now sanding is important before wood burning for two main reasons. A. It cleans the surface by removing any grime or stain, and B. A freshly sanded wooden surface can be burnt way easily than a non-sanded one. Once sanding is done, I used this image called as the Celtic Tree of Life and traced it on the tray using a tracing paper. Make sure that your image is in the center of the tray before you start tracing. I'm using the head part of the nail here for tracing because my tracing paper was kinda weird and it was difficult to trace normally using a pen or pencil. After I have traced my image on the tray, I started the wood burning procedure. I started with the trunk part first. I used a wider tip for burning the trunk. Honestly speaking, I was struggling in the beginning as I couldn't hold the soldering iron properly because of the walls of the tray which were coming in my way of wood burning. And I clearly did not think about it when I started doing this project. So I had to maneuver a lot in the beginning to get a perfect hold of the rod. Now what I learned from my initial struggle of working with the rod was that everyone has their own way of working with it, as in some prefer to move the rod or wrist away from their body while others prefer to move it towards them. I prefer the latter way of doing it, while for my husband, the earlier style worked better. So a quick tip for you is to try and figure out what kind of a wrist or rod movement works best for you and stick with it. For doing the branches etc., I changed my tip to a less wider one than what I had before in order to get a more precise burning. Also, in case you're wondering what temperature I used for burning this wood, so let me tell you that I have maintained a temperature of 896 degrees Celsius or 480 degrees Fahrenheit for this entire wood burning project. Use a little pressure while moving the rod on the wood, but don't use too much of it as it will leave a hole in the wood which we absolutely do not want. Another important thing to note while wood burning is that try and move the wood around than moving your wrist in different directions. This will make your work easier and quicker. If you want more tips and tricks on how to wood burn, or if you're new to wood burning in general, then please watch my other wood burning videos where I have shared some more tips on how to do wood burning with a soldering iron. I will leave my playlist on wood burning in the end so that it is easy for you all to find. Every now and then, make sure that you're cleaning the tip of the soldering iron either with a damp cloth or a metal sponge. A clean tip of the soldering iron will help you to burn the wood more easily and quickly. Also make sure that you're wiping the wood surface too with a dry cloth to remove those loose burn particles. Once done with the trunk and branches, I moved on to do the leaves. I had initially decided to burn the whole leaf, but clearly I was not doing a good job. So my husband helped me in finishing the leaves. He had outlined the leaves and lightly shaded them to give it some dimension. As you can see that I made a lot of errors while burning the wood, so to rectify the mistakes, we sanded those places lightly and went in again with the soldering iron. So in case you are not happy with what you did, or if you want to erase a mistake, try and lightly sand that portion and go in again. And that's it. Now you can use a protective coating or oil on it to give it some extra gloss and finish. Though I haven't used it here because I prefer that natural wood burnt matte finish look for this tray. If you have a plain wooden tray lying around your house and want to add a new dimension to it, then try wood burning on it. Just get any design of your liking and start wood burning. I just love the fact that this tray was not even meant to be used as a tray, as it was originally meant to be a part of a kid's toy thing, but I managed to flip it and use it as a modern accent tray. Again, please remember that wood burning is a slow procedure, but you can definitely get amazing results and patterns in the end. Let me know what you think of this wood burning project. Give me a shout out in the comment section below if you like wood burning, and if you got any of your own tips and tricks for wood burning, then please share it with me, as I would love to learn more about it. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel, and yes, hit that bell icon to get regular updates. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. Please take care and stay safe.